and welcome to The Real Radio Show on UCFM 87.8, coming to you from the University of Canberra on Ngunnawal land. I'm Tash.
And I'm Barrett.
And our producer for today is Hannah. We've got lots happening on today's show today, don't we, Barrett? You excited?
I'm so excited for today's show. We have a lot coming in. Mountain biker Toby Gibbon is going to share his recent experiences with enduro racing.
We have Hannah quizzing us on the price of local Facebook Marketplace items. And Barrett and I talk about the recent trailer for The Devil Wears Prada and look at upcoming movie releases. Once again, Barrett brings down the gavel on his friend's music taste. This time, Pink Floyd takes the stand. And to finish us off, Barrett gives us the details on Canberra United after their recent loss over the weekend and its implications for the team. As always, send us a message throughout the show on our text line 0415 774 405. You can stay up to date with everything UCFM by following at UCFM_87.8, and if you're not already, tune in on iHeartRadio to listen to UCFM wherever you are. This is The Real Radio Show. Barrett, last week you dragged Hannah along to bouldering, and we already know you're into wrestling. You've got a lot of eclectic sports under your belt, some might say. Do you have any more you're willing to reveal on air?
I have a long list of sports. We were going through this before the show.
Yes, we were, but everyone needs to know this
Everyone needs to know. We've done rugby league when I was younger, a little bit of tennis. I feel like everyone's dabbled in tennis, though.
Yes,
currently working a tennis job, talking to some guys from Argentina. Their legit statement was, I feel like everyone in Australia has played a little bit of tennis between like sometime in primary school.
Yes, I agree.
All think they're good at it, and then they're not actually. But outside of that, I love a good hike, and the main one is that I love to do mountain biking as well.
Mountain biking, that is so cool. I actually so much respect for people who are able to ride bikes. Like, I just ride bikes normally.
Just at all?
Yeah, no, I can ride a bike, but I haven't in a hot minute. Now, we've talked a lot about our indoor sports, but not a lot about outside activities, which is a shame because Canberra has a lot of beautiful places to see whilst hiking, jogging, biking, kayaking, and more. We need a fun sport to get us out in the sun to hit those healthy vitamin D levels, and I think our next guest might give us an insight on how to do it. Now, Barrett, we've got a very special guest that you have arranged for us on air today.
We have. So for our first guest of today's show, only guest actually, Toby Gibbons is joining us. Toby, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, thanks, man. So Toby is a local mountain biker who competes in both downhill and enduro racing. Along with this, Toby also is a sponsored rider by Norco Bikes and Ride 100% along with many others, where he helps with doing promotional videos for their products. Now, Toby, for my first question today, it is unfortunately the end of mountain bike season in Australia. Winter is coming. It's a sad sight, but for this past season, how has it been for you?
Yeah, so this past season just gone has been pretty good. It's very excited for me. I actually took a year off. I had a shoulder injury that forced me off the bike for a bit, so this has been my comeback season, and it hasn't quite gone to plan, but it's just amazing to be back riding.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned that injury. Last year you posted on Instagram the big reveal, 394 days, the amount of days that you had spent off of your bike due to that injury. Can you talk us a bit through what that time period was like and what the recovery was like?
Yeah, so that 394 days was a lot longer than we had originally hoped. I first got hurt back in 2024. Well, not first got hurt, but I was racing in Europe at the time, and I dislocated my right shoulder for the 11th time. And that was kind of yeah.
You thought 10? No, we need another one.
Yeah, another one. So decided it was time to get a full surgery. So I had what was called a Latarjet surgery. The recovery for that is 6 months, but unfortunately I spent 6 months before that trying to avoid it, getting strong in the gym. But yeah, we just had to get the surgery done, and yeah, took some time, but yeah, eventually got back to it. During that period, it was pretty challenging, just like going to races, and I do a lot of media work for my sponsors and other companies, and just being there at the races and watching my friends ride and seeing everything go down. It was quite challenging to watch it and not be out there, but yeah, stoked to be back though.
Yeah, definitely. And with that injury, does it affect the way that you approach riding now?
Yeah, I'm a rider. I've had a lot of injuries, and I think they've kind of made me a bit wiser through that. I'm a rider that tends to ride a bit more within their skill set. So a lot of riders are out there going 110% down the trails, and I kind of am a bit more reserved, which sometimes hinders my results, but I like to ensure that I'm able to drive home in one piece.
Yeah, that is one crazy keeping it in your skill set. I've seen your videos, man, but yeah.
I was gonna say, I think, family members are probably happy that you're reining it in a little bit, wanting you to come home. Now, speaking of YouTube channels, you have since started one where you post mountain biking vlogs. What inspired you to create these videos in the first place?
Yeah, I just love media. I always have. Growing up, I was obsessed with watching motorbike and ski films, and Dad introduced me to a guy called Warren Miller through his films as a young age, and I wanted to do kind of a similar thing and put myself out there riding.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, I had a GoPro. I got it for my birthday one year. Thanks, Mum and Dad.
I feel like that's the go-to. Yeah, got the GoPro, ready to go.
Yeah, so I got the GoPro, and I was always out there recording my riding, so I thought I may as well just put them on YouTube for the world to see, and yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that creative process of getting to put all of your, I guess, talent and experience out for everybody else to see.
Yeah.
In some of your more recent posts, you mentioned your bike sponsorship with Norco. How did the sponsorship come about, and what kind of work goes into being a sponsored athlete?
Yeah, so the Norco one came out. It was pretty cool, actually. So as I was starting to get back into racing, there was an event in Mogo down near Bateman's Bay called the Sea Otter Classic.
Oh, nice.
It was last year was the first year it's run in Australia, and Norco were one of the brands that displayed their bikes and stuff at the expo. And yeah, got chatting to them there, and the guy Luke, who's the brand manager of Norco Australia, got in touch with me, and I actually started working for them doing their social media.
Oh, nice.
And then eventually they're like, oh, you're starting to race again.
Yeah.
You should race on a Norco. And so that kind of came about through that, which is, super, super cool. And yeah, riding for Norco is amazing. They're a brand that really is involved with their riders, which in the past I haven't had so much. And they've given me heaps of opportunities as well, so... Yeah,
I was going to say, you really got that networking underway for that.
Yeah, and you even you seem happy to be working for them. You can see it on your face, so it definitely seems like a good environment. Now, going back a little, so in 2024, you were able to travel to Europe, go to Leogang to compete in the open categories of the UCI Enduro World Cup. Is the goal for you now still to reach the World Cup Series, or do we have other aspirations?
Yeah, I think next year I do want to go overseas again. This year I'm just kind of trying to build that form that I was in 2024. For a while there, I was kind of not too sure on if I wanted to go back, but there's a lot of junior riders in Canberra particularly that are coming up. Like Jackson Seminis is one of them, and another kid, Link Reed, and I've been riding with them a lot and trying to help them get ready for their first season overseas, and that's gotten me really excited to race again. So I think the goal will be, to try and go overseas again for 2027.
Well, you talk about those names that you just mentioned about teaching them. Would coaching be something you'd ever be interested in then?
Yeah, I used to do a bit of coaching a little while ago. Something I haven't done in a while. But yeah, I don't know. I like to give back to these riders that have these opportunities. And so maybe I do coaching down the track.
Very interesting. And now for our final question that I've got for you today, Toby, is out of all the trails you've ever ridden on, which one is your favourite?
Oh, that is a tough
a big
one.
Question.
That is a tough one. All the trails I've ever ridden. Wow. I've got to say...
He's going through hundreds.
Yeah, I've got to say it's here in Canberra. It's
really?
out at Blue Range. It's called
Blue
Chaussee.
Mm-hmm.
It's steep, rocky, scary. It's just a perfect mixture of everything. I've got to say that's the best.
I still haven't been out there.
I'll take you there.
One day. It seems very terrifying. I've seen the videos, man. So much better than I am.
And if you feel inspired from our chat to get into mountain biking yourself, don't worry, because I know a place you can get a bike for the cheap cost of $90. Guys,
It's one of the more expensive ones.
That feels cheap to me. I've been to bike stores before and they've had stuff for like $500.
Yeah. My bike is $3,000, and that's a cheap one.
And
Toby,
you're not even professional.
You want to know how much Toby's bike would have been costed like about 10 grand with all the parts on it.
So $90 is a steal then.
Yeah.
And it's probably the exact same value.
No.
Well, guys, that price is from Facebook Marketplace, which is a treasure trove for cheap deals on secondhand items from all over Canberra. Have you guys ever purchased anything on Facebook Marketplace before?
I brought a fridge.
Really?
A fridge.
That's like a pretty
I bought a
like
fridge for my
important,
house. It was pretty cool.
important item to buy from Facebook Marketplace.
Hey, it works.
I've never ventured. I
Never
don't
ventured.
even think I have a Facebook account, Loki.
Have you never looked at Market Facebook? What's it? I don't know.
You've never looked at Market Facebook? Well, it is really wonderful. You can find some very good deals on there, but there's also, because it's a public portal, you actually get a lot of really strange things that you probably wouldn't consider buying anywhere else.
I was gonna
So
say.
what I've done today is I've assembled a collection of weird local items for you to guess what the price is, with the closest to the cost but not above it earning a point.
Yeah, hold on. Barrett and I are just gonna scroll
We're
off
just,
the
yeah,
off
someone
the
still left
answers.
their answers on the run sheet.
Keep it hidden,
Don't
out
worry,
of sight,
we've kept
out of
it hidden.
mind. All right, first up, we have a very heavily decorated fridge. This item is small-ish at 120 litres and is covered with drawings and messages which have been apparently not removed since they didn't have whiteboard marker remover at the time.
Real.
So this is a pretty decently sized fridge. It comes with graphic illustrations. There's, I think a butterfly on there. There's
Okay.
some
Artistic fee.
graffiti, very modern,
Yeah.
very chic. How much do we think it costs?
Well, I feel like Barrett has an upper hand. He's already bought a fridge from Facebook
Well, my one was
Marketplace.
free,
You should.
and they were trying to get rid of it. So this one will, like, if
maybe
it
it's
costs
free.
something.
Who knows?
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
feel
say.
like he wouldn't do that. I mean, you might.
You might trick answer. It's Barrett's fridge that he bought.
All of these are the stuffs from Barrett.
I'm going to say 20.
20,
I'll go 50.
50. Tash, you do not understand Facebook Marketplace because Barrett is the closest because this item is only $25.
Oh my gosh.
I told you, cheap.
I might finally win this one.
$50 is cheap for a fridge.
Barrett has a chance, guys. All right.
How much do you think fridges are? Guys. Sorry.
Well, what's the cost of an average fridge? Like,
A few $100s.
yeah, I was going
A
to
few
say.
hundred, depending on the type, 1,000.
This is
like-
showing that we don't live alone. We live with our parents. We've
A
never had to
fridge.
buy a
Oh,
fridge
there's one
before.
here for $2,500.
Oh,
No, 20. Yeah, that's
Yes,
crazy.
that's
400 though is
24,000.
more the proper price range if you don't want the
600.
the super fancy fridges
Yeah.
that are
Yeah.
probably connected to the internet.
Yeah.
All right.
They got the Bluetooth.
Yeah, instead get this nicely decorated fridge. Next up, we've got a Star Wars R2-D2 gaming chair, leatherette with an ergonomic headrest and removable lumbar pillow. This seems like a pretty deluxe
Okay.
item, guys. What do we reckon it
Gamers will
costs?
spend money. on
35.
things.
$35.
Yeah.
Gamers will spend money, Tash. That's what you just said.
Yeah, 100.
100. Well, Tash, you are the closest.
Really?
Barrett, you're lowballing this. This one is $200.
That's so
Yes,
steep
I was
for
gonna
Facebook
say.
Marketplace.
Gamers will
I
spend
bet
money.
it's still up there.
It's a quality item. This is like, what would you call it? Like vintage? You know.
Vintage for a gaming chair.
Well, are they making that much like Star Wars gaming chair merch nowadays?
Yes.
This is probably an
Yeah,
older
so
item.
Mando's coming out soon. There's a whole new line of Star Wars gaming chairs.
Get on it, Hannah.
Hopefully they're cheaper than this, apparently, Barrett, because it's not up to your standards. All right, number 3. Are you guys into golf? Because I've got a great deal on a bag of golf balls, 120 in total, individually washed and sorted. How
Oh.
much do you think it costs per bag?
A bag. 100 in a bag?
It is 120.
120.
How many bags?
One
well,
bag.
this is per
Oh,
bag.
just one. Oh,
So
okay.
you only,
okay.
Don't worry, Tash.
Sorry.
Calm down.
Sorry.
How much would you pay for 120 golf balls which have been individually washed and
It's so much
sorted?
effort.
I need you to get, like, I'm
You
waiting
want-
for you.
you're waiting for me
I
to
can
get a
gauge my
guesstimate?
price.
That was my strategy, Barrett. You can't steal my thing.
I realized, hence
that's
why.
why I'm sitting in the corner. Okay, 150.
150.
150? No.
All right, go, Barrett.
Individually washed.
Like 20.
20. Well, Barrett, you are technically the closest because Tash was really highballing that. It is $50 per bag.
That was my second choice.
Oh, okay. Sure it was.
Golf is like, I feel like if you're buying
Also,
second,
it's golf.
But
oh,
the second balls.
The second hand. Okay.
secondhand, but individually washed and sorted.
That is crazy.
I guess.
I love when
Shout
people
out to
put
Legend.
effort into it.
Only I would sell that for
I'm pretty
150.
sure there's-
You're paying for the labor.
I think there's a business that like do that for free. So
That's why Barrett knew the answer and Tash didn't.
Barrett, shush.
All right, well, Tash, this might be more up your alley compared to the
no, don't
sport
say that.
one. So this is We've got snug Bratz Ugg boots for the winter, black with jewel bedazzling of the Bratz logo. These beautiful Ugg boots have been collecting dust and need a new home. This item is slightly damaged, with the owner's rabbit chewing the side of one of the boots. So it is discounted.
Oh.
That's discounted. How much are
Because
normal Ugg boots?
But these are Bratz Ugg boots.
Bratz don't they're like vintage. They're like Monster High. People collect
The Ugg boots.
Bratz. Bratz anything. I love how Barrett's making me go first again.
I'm just trying to get as much info from you as possible.
I mean, Barrett, I think you should go first to
I
make
went
this
first
easier.
for the first two.
Yes,
so
that's okay. It's okay. If they're... No, because I feel like I've gone too high, but I did get the last one. I'm going to go with 80.
80 from
Because
Tash.
they've chewed the side. A rabbit chewed the side of one of them. So
Does that make it distress, though?
I'm going 120.
120. Guys, unfortunately, none of you get the point because this is a very affordable cost of only $40.
So technically, am I
doesn't
not
Tash
closer?
win at that point?
No, if you go over the cost, then you don't get the point.
Also, I should just
What?
lowball everything.
This rule was not established before we started.
can't
I
just make it
cannot
up
believe
as we
I'm
go.
getting
If
snubbed
you go
a
back in
point
the
right
recording,
now.
I most definitely said that rule.
Oh
I
my
don't-
gosh. I'm looking at the rundown.
Can we get that back?
Can we replay that?
Moving on, to match your Bratz Ugg boots that you guys don't have, I have a bulk lot of false lashes. These include dolly lashes and tok tok from Korea. Some packages have been opened with the lashes removed. How much do we reckon it is?
Like $10.
$10.
15.
15. Tash, you are the closest because, guys, this is $80.
What?
$80 for an
Oh,
open
it's
packet of false
makeup.
lashes.
From Korea, did you say?
Some of it's from Korea and then some
Yeah.
of it is dolly lashes.
I don't know the brand, that one.
like for dolls? Or
No, that would
so
just be a
you
brand
look
name.
like a dolly, so you look gorgeous.
Oh, okay.
Next up, Hungary. I've got some locally sourced and processed venison mince for sale.
Oh,
How
jeez.
much is it per kilo? By the way, this
Per
venison has
kilo.
been harvested as part of a pest management program on rural properties, so it's ethical,
Hmm.
which may affect the price.
Barrett,
It's your turn.
it's your
It's
turn.
I went last time.
So
Oh,
price per kilo for
venison.
this one.
Per kilo.
And it's called... oh my gosh, meat is expensive. Like, are we counting,
But
like,
it's on
meat inflation?
Facebook.
Meat inflation is a crazy
But,
set.
Wait, what
but
meat
it's-
was it?
This is venison meat.
Venison,
so
that's deer. That's the fancy stuff.
Can I say 35?
35, Tash.
70.
What meat are
it's
you
Facebook
buying?
Marketplace.
Oh, wait, also, it's per kilo. Wait, no.
No,
it's
it's
too
been
late.
locked
It's too
in.
late. You both highballed it. It's only $10 per kilo, guys. How much are you paying for venison meat?
For real
Clearly,
venison
we
meat.
don't buy it.
Oh my god. All right, well, guys, this might be relevant to you. Tash, you still live with your parents, I know that. But if you're planning on moving out, the housing market is pretty hard to navigate. But luckily, Facebook Marketplace has properties available. How much rent per month is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in Cook? By the way, this features modern renovations, an easy care garden, cozy fireplace for winter, and solar panels to help reduce electricity costs. This property is designed for practical, low net maintenance living. How much in
I feel
rent
like I'm
is it
being
per month?
advertised to.
Yeah, I know. We have a secret sponsor. No, it's per month?
Per
did
month.
you say?
Per month? Where are we located?
In Cook.
In Cook. Where's Cook?
I wouldn't even know the average rent for normal. So Facebook.
Hang on, I've got to do my research.
Hey, no, what the hell?
No, I don't care about the actual cooking.
Get your laptop screen down.
I need to know the location of Cook. I feel like is
Do
that allowed?
No.
No, because I don't know it either. So we're both cooked. Okay.
Yep. Come on, guys. How
This
much
is
is
the
rent
worst
per month?
Per month. Okay.
Okay.
As,
it's Facebook
as a
Marketplace.
renter, let
Yeah.
me.
Yes.
If you
Go
get this
first,
wrong,
Barrett.
that's embarrassing, Barrett.
Barrett's thinking. Carry the 2.
3-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
3-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
3-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
Dang.
Gosh, is it like
Whatever this is, it's going to be
so
a good
per
deal.
month?
Per month.
Is it like $4,000?
$4,000 per
Okay.
month from Barrett.
I'm winning
Tash.
this. I think it's like surely
I know, you
Facebook
can't. You gotta, like, put a
200.
mask on so we can't see.
It's just she keeps saying the most ridiculous answer.
200.
200. Tash, you are the closest because this is $750 per month.
month?
Per month.
A month.
Per month.
Are you living with other people? Or it's like the entire rent.
The entire rent. You got to remember, this is sold on Facebook Marketplace, so this person low-key
Barrett.
might be trying to dodge some some taxes.
I
with
went too
certain
realistic
things.
with it. My bad.
All right, this one's for all the collectors out there. This item is a rare Mega Charizard X 125 Pokemon card in mint condition, priced much cheaper than recent sales, apparently. How much would you pay for the rare Charizard
I remember
card?
the Pokemon kids in primary school. We had to have Pokemon cards banned because people were getting into fights over them.
We had to ban the Woolworths animal cards because we got
Now that's niche.
people were arguing over who had the barn owl.
Oh my gosh.
Barrett, you look like you're thinking over there. What do you reckon?
Mint condition.
It's Tash's turn to go first, actually.
Mint condition.
Mint condition, priced cheaper than recent sales, though.
Cheaper.
You guys, this might be the one you can actually highball it. $60.
$60. I'm going to say $61.
Barrett, you are the closest.
Yes.
Because this
That's
is
so unfair.
$900.
Holy moly. The one time I actually tried to go based on
Crazy.
Facebook and they were like, no.
Like, my realistic guess was like 600 maybe, so...
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I do not know the background behind this card for why it is priced so high.
Pokemon
Is it
must
a
be like
really
that.
rare Pokemon? Like, I'd never heard of
Like, what's
it.
the one that like Logan Paul had and he like wore it as a necklace and had it like properly laminated and
Maybe it was the Mega Charizard X card.
But
See,
he's
you
the
know.
one selling
You know,
it.
I did take these from like a little bit ago, so it's possible that, you know, maybe he bought it off Facebook Marketplace when he was visiting
No.
Canberra, as he does.
Oh yeah, Logan Paul just again.
All right, let's go for our last item. I believe Barrett is slightly in the lead here, but Tash, you could make it a draw. Last item of today is the creepy/spooky baby doll with pale skin and a black hollowed-out face and eyes. It is extremely well presented and a well-done piece. How much do we think it costs?
I went first, Barrett.
37.
37.
It's a doll. It's a well-preserved doll.
It's a well-preserved doll, pale skin, and a black hollowed-out face and eyes.
We'll go 55.
55. Tash, you're the closest, because this is $100.
Wow. I mean, you can get dolls for a lot dearer.
That's like
so
a
that's
waste
actually really
of
good.
money in my opinion.
Well, why?
Barrett,
Dolls are
Barrett,
scary.
You don't want
okay?
the spooky
I don't
doll?
want Annabelle to wake up and kill me in the middle of the night. Okay.
Guys, watch me buy this for the UCFM studio.
I'll never come in
Right
again.
there.
That's the end of
Barrett
the show.
quits the Real Radio Show.
Oh my god. All right. Well, I believe that is a tie in the end, guys. So
Fight
well
to the
done.
death. Is that the only
Should we
solution?
do a rock paper scissors again?
Oh gosh.
Surely we
I
can
feel
just
like-
quickly go onto Facebook Marketplace and you just tell us the first thing you see.
Oh my god.
No, you're putting Hannah under pressure. Oh my
Come on,
gosh.
we're on a time limit
I'm
here,
going.
Hannah.
I'm racing.
Okay, I want to do... Oh, you don't have any images in the rundown sheet. I was going to say, I want to see what all these items look like.
Unfortunately,
Like,
we are an audio-only medium.
I'm
Okay.
intrigued by the
Tash,
doll.
you might know this. I have
Oh.
jelly cats for sale.
Jelly cats?
Jelly cats are a series of English soft toys which are extremely
Wait,
popular at the
Barrett, I'll
moment.
get onto
Just because they look really cute. They're created in the UK, so they are priced quite... I'm going to say they're quite pricey for
They're
what they
basically
are.
soft toys, but like really
120.
soft high-end.
So these are this is secondhand ones on Facebook Marketplace. You're saying 120, Barrett? Tash?
100.
100. You both went over, so that means I'm going to have to go to another one again. Okay.
We're like
Surely
actually
am I
running
just
out
not
of
the
time
closest?
here.
Am I... Whatever. Okay,
All
Hannah.
right. Monster High Doll, go. Just say a price.
Oh,
20.
20?
50.
Barrett is the winner because
Let's
this
go,
is priced
let's
at
go.
$100.
Alrighty.
Congratulations,
I
Barrett.
finally won something in my life. I'd like to thank my parents and all my friends.
Now, for those who are avid listeners of our show, you'll remember when myself and Hannah discussed reboots during our first ever show. Barrett, in light of The Devil Wears Prada 2 hitting Aussie screens tomorrow, I thought we'd have a chat about movies coming out. Now, Barrett, you told me earlier that you know nothing about The Devil Wears Prada, so I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you what you think the movie is about based on solely the name.
Is it about a devil wearing Prada?
You went really literal, man. I thought you were going to give me so much more than
Did you
that.
want me
and
an
you said-
in-depth
Yes.
theory about what the devil wears Prada is? So
Yes, I
just
did.
purely off of the name, I'm going to say we're going to have a devil from hell itself who comes to our world, so kind of giving Lucifer vibes here. And then he starts working at like a fashion store and sells Prada.
Well, you know, kind of, you're half right, to be honest. Some people would say Miranda Priestley's a bit of a devil, you know. It's kind of the point. But basically, what Google says is that Miranda Priestley struggles against Emily Charlton, her former assistant turned rival executive, as they compete for advertising revenue amid declining print media, while Miranda nears retirement. And I believe I just read out the Devil Wears Prada 2 synopsis.
Whoa,
that's fantastic.
Spoilers.
No, that's just a synopsis, but the first one. It's about Andrea, who is like a journalist. She doesn't care about fashion industry at all, but she tries to go for this job. And she gets extremely overworked and most likely underpaid by Miranda Priestling, who is like one of the most overbearing bosses you could ever think of.
Sounds riveting.
Yes, Miranda Priestley is played by Meryl Streep. Andrea is played by Anne Hathaway. And Emily is played by Emily Blunt.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, and we have Stanley Tucci, who plays Nigel, who's one of the main assistants. He's one of the main fashion guys, and he does a very good job. Very, very up his alley, very in line with Caesar Flickerman. Now, that's all we have for like The Devil Wears Prada, because the movie comes out tomorrow. Now,
I take it you're seeing it?
I mean, I should be. We haven't decided. Hannah's looking at me like, yes, we should go see it, but we haven't locked in a date yet. It's in the middle of the uni week. I got plans, guys. But no, it's definitely on the list. It's been, I think the first one came out in 2006, so it's been a hot minute.
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
This is like based on like an original. A lot of people have already been like, this is not needed. Why are we doing this? And a lot of people are like, oh, thank God, we have another good movie coming out. So two very different sides of the coin.
That does tend to be how it goes.
Yeah, with any sequels. Now, do we want to talk about any other upcoming movies? What are you most excited about?
We want to talk about an upcoming movie. You know, I was just innocently scrolling. I was probably on YouTube not too long ago, and I see a new movie with Hugh Jackman coming out. Only for them to reveal Hugh Jackman dies 10 minutes into that movie.
And the
sheeps need to find out who killed him and the Sheep Detective. I am so excited for this for no reason. It's
The Sheep Detectives, man, what a title. I'm looking at it on Google right now. Like, the official thing is that George Hardy, played by Hugh Jackman, is a shepherd who loves to read murder mysteries to his sheep, never suspecting that they can understand him. What, guys? Sheep are intelligent? Hello? When George is found dead under mysterious circumstances, the sheep decide to solve the crime themselves, even if it means leaving their meadow for the first time and facing the fact that the human world isn't as simple as it appears in books.
Oh, it sounds so dramatic. Because didn't he read to his sheep? Was like the whole thing in the trailer? Yeah.
It's such a cute, like, little bedtime story. He's reading to his sheep and then he just dies. In the field. They just find his body.
He just died.
in the field. And they're like, and they do the thing like it's CGI. So it's like CGI, and Hugh Jackman is actually Hugh Jackman. They've got like voiceovers for the sheeps. Sheep? Sheeps?
The sheep?
The sheep.
The multiple sheep.
The flock of sheep. And, you know, they have the difference versus when they're talking versus when they're buying. And it's like, it's a whole thing.
I'm excited.
Clearly, Barrett and I are very, very excited about that. Comes out May 7th. Everyone you finish watching Devil Wears Prada, and then we have The Sheep Detectives to look forward to.
Yeah, I mean, we've got heaps of other movies as well. Supergirl's coming out soon, which, given how good Superman was, that should be exciting.
Yes, very high hopes. Millie Acock is playing Supergirl, and I've seen the trailer, and she looks like she's very fitted for the role. Very excited about that one.
Live action Moana, how are we feeling?
There's been a lot of controversy around that, but we have an Aussie girl as the main lead.
Okay.
So I'm very happy about that. But yeah, there's a lot of controversy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Considering we just had Moana 2,
Now we're getting into
I feel like we have too
instantly.
much Moana in one time.
Moana 2 wasn't that good. It was okay. It wasn't that good.
I haven't seen that. I can't give you a solid opinion. I know. I don't have Disney Plus.
Lin-Manuel
I'm
Miranda
sorry.
didn't write the music for it, so it's not as good.
I was going to say, if Lynn's not on it, I'm not watching it.
It is that time of the week, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for Barrett's Judgment. On this week's episode, I talked to the motorsport expert of Monday Matchup, Stuart Ward, also the climbing expert from last week, whose favourite band was Pink Floyd. Now, I did screw Tash over when I gave her hers, and I said no famous bands allowed. I know they are a very famous band, but I haven't listened to them, so I accepted this for this week.
And of course, they're not famous if Barrett hasn't listened to them.
And this is my judgment, so I'm all that matters. But for Stu, the reason that Pink Floyd is his favourite band is that they... they really helped him through some tough times in his life. Their songs are calm, peaceful, and can stretch to a more upbeat and happy songs for when it's appropriate. He really found that they can calm him down, and when you're having one of those rough days and you just need some nice music to calm you down.
Yes.
For Stu, Pink Floyd was that band. Not only this, but they have some of the most beautiful guitar solos of all time, according to Stu. Now, while that's all really sweet and all Stu, and we love Stu, I really struggled, guys.
Oh,
I really
no.
struggled. The first two albums that I listened to, I tried to stick to their main ones. So The Dark Side of the Moon,
That is
as well
the
as
most talked about
Wish
one.
You Were Here, were the first two I started with.
Yeah.
I just got really tired of the sound that they did. The sound it did nothing for me on both of the albums. Like, I started with The Dark Side of the Moon. I just wasn't interested. We made it to the second one of Wish You Were Here, which honestly the beginning of it just really it exhausted me. I had to turn it off.
Oh no!
First one I've had to turn off so far.
Turning off Pink Floyd.
Off Pink Floyd. I'm sorry, Stu. But I did manage to get through it in the end. And I actually in the end, and I did actually like the song "Wish You Were Here." So not all bad. There was a little bit of light, and after some contemplating, some looking back on life, some talking to my workmate of all people at my cafe I work in, they were like, "You should listen to The Wall. It's really good." So I did. And I actually really enjoyed it.
You sound upset.
And I was
that.
a little, but I'm not. It was actually a really good album. And I do think that there were some certain songs in this that helped along with that. Another Brick in a Wall Part 2 is weirdly nostalgic for me. I feel like I remember it playing on the classic music channel on Foxtel when I was younger.
Yeah.
My parents would just have that on all the time. And I would hear that all the time. But also the style really started to stand out for me in this album that they did. And they started to connect a lot better. And I love, they did it in the earlier albums, kind of how they made it seem like they were recording it all in one take through connecting all of the songs. They did it in the earlier albums, but I just didn't care for it. In this album, I don't know, it wasn't different, but it was. And it just made it work better. It helps that this had way less 7-minute long songs for me to listen to.
I see.
That's a big commitment, because in Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here, both of those albums just have these 7-minute songs, and it's
You're like, this is too long. My attention span can't handle this.
And while The Wall still had a couple of those in them, they were less prominent, and they had more of the shorter songs, and that connecting them into each other made it seem like they were telling more of a story throughout, and I really liked it. So The Wall really it saved Pink Floyd from being another Daniel season. As far as our favourite songs for this one goes, for Stu, his favourite song from Pink Floyd was Comfortably Numb, which was from the album The Wall. I quite like this song as well. It didn't stand out too much for me, but I do see where he's coming from here. For me, though, my favourite wasn't from any of the albums. As I mentioned before, one of my mates at work, also a big Pink Floyd fan, I was talking to him, and he gave me a list of 4 songs that I have to listen to if I don't listen to anything else from them. And so I listened to, what's it called?
Oh,
My bad.
Barrett, I
It's
can't help you
written
out here, man.
with Green is the Color. And to me, it was just one of those peaceful songs. I found out really liking peaceful songs from artists that I don't know, which is a bit strange for me.
You're
unusual.
on the angsty side, aren't
I'm
you?
right.
Yeah.
But no, and also my favorite color is green, so it makes some sense. But as far as the rankings go, so currently Paris, she's still on top, Tash holding strong, then followed by Genesis Owusu, then Teen Jesus, and then I put Pink Floyd at number 4 purely because of The Wall. And then Ella Langley and Daniel Caesar bringing in the bottom of that list. Next week, Hannah's on the spot once again. She wasn't happy with her Teen Jesus pick, although we do love Jada, so, no hate. But that is all for this week's judgment. This week, I was fortunate enough to go to the elimination final between Canberra United and Melbourne Victory. I got a bunch of Vox Pops. I was going to make a really cool package. Then they lost. 3-1. And it was actually a bit of a depressing scene. But No, this is just a depressing segment, so buckle in, ladies and gentlemen.
And it gets worse.
Yeah. But on a positive note, we'll start off with. So I've gone to a couple of United games before this, but with this being the final, it had a really great feel to it. The vibe was different in like the best way possible. Biggest crowd ever. The excitement was in the air, and they managed to get a record attendance at McKellar Park with 3,290 people in attendance, which broke their previous record of like 2,500 by math that 700 people, which is crazy and really great for the club and making them look really good, especially considering what they're going through. Once again, every year, Canberra United's future seems to be in question. Last year, they were going through the same thing. The ACT government came in and gave them like $800,000 to Capital Football to help them support it.
Yes, I remember that.
Yep, but this is now the second year in a row that this has happened. The government has came out and said they're not going to put in any funding, and also the state's program who ran Canberra United, Capital Football, has announced that they're not going to be funding them next season whatsoever. Which,
no.
I mean, makes sense because they were the only state governing body that was still funding their local football team. Every other one has gone into a privately owned, and it was just being too much of a strain for Capital Football to support a professional football team as well as, I keep saying football, soccer team.
Get with it, Barrett.
Instead of putting more money into their local leagues such as the NPL, the juniors, and of course the Kenga Cup, which they run here every year, which is huge. So they've unfortunately had to pull funding for that. And it's really unfortunate. And the only statements that Canberra United have been able to release so far is pretty much they don't know. There's ongoing discussions. They're talking with the Australian body of football, trying to get an idea of what might happen next year, trying to get some investor in to put money into them, but it just hasn't happened. And the loss of Canberra United would also just be a huge blow to Canberra's sporting landscape alongside with the women's sporting landscape, because Canberra United is the only team in the A-League which only has a women's side and no men's side connected to it. And also with the shutdown of Western United last year, this would mean that 15% of opportunities for Australian women's soccer would have disappeared in the last 2 years.
Oof.
Which
Wow.
is just... I mean, it's awful because, firstly, women's sports is already something that's unfortunately does struggle in Australia. It is slowly rising and rising. And the A-League honestly had one of the best competitions, but with these losses, it does make it suffer a lot more. And also losing 2 clubs in 1 year is just awful. And Michelle Heyman has probably been one of the loudest people speaking out about this. Some quotes that Michelle has said, for example, we've got one here. So if we don't know by the end of our next game, Canberra might not even have players to come back to. If the A-League really don't want us, I assume players will have to walk because it's our career path and we have time to continue to play football. And that would be somewhere else then. So one thing that I've read a lot on is players would pretty much either have to try to find a new club or go overseas for any opportunity to continue to play soccer. Or for the players that aren't as well known, like Michelle Heyman, she'll be fine. She's Michelle Heyman.
Yeah.
But some of the less known players in this side will probably just have to go back to the NPL, leaving them without any proper career. And with the way that Canberra United has been set up as well, their futures have just been so uncertain the last 2 years. They've been put onto 1 year contracts, which is, I imagine, an awful situation to be in, and just not something great. And for fans, it's awful for them. Like, the guy who told me to review Genesis Owusu, he's done an interview with Genesis Owusu on our station, Tom O'Halloran, absolute goat, right? Goes to every single Canberra United game. If there's a Canberra United game on, don't ask Tom to hang out. He's busy.
Oh, wow. Love the dedication.
Yeah, just there every single week. It doesn't matter. And just loves his soccer and loves Canberra United with a passion like I've never seen anyone else have a passion for a team before, to be honest. And just seeing him this weekend after their loss was already sad enough. And then he even got the opportunity to talk to a reporter from the Canberra Times about how much this is like hurting him and how sad it would just be to see a team that means so much to like the fans of Canberra United and the people who like run that organization and everything around it. To see them disappear would just be, I mean, it's awful. I mean, Hannah, you're a great example. You said
Yeah.
you've been to a Canberra United games. How would you feel losing Canberra?
Oh, it's so disappointing because I've been to a couple of them now. My little sister absolutely adores soccer, especially. So she really enjoyed being able to go to every single Canberra United match and see these role models because she absolutely adores soccer. If she could do it as a career when she's older, I'm sure that she would. So it sucks that she's no longer able to look to a local sport team for that. And, I think that women's soccer is especially growing in popularity lately. So, I think losing a local sport that's a little bit more affordable for people to attend regularly is a big, block to that as well. But I know some of the athletes on the team. One of the girls on it, Alex, I used to work with her and she's an amazing athlete. So I hope that, the team potentially closing doesn't affect her anyway and she can find another opportunity.
Yeah, hopefully for sure. But it's not confirmed they're closed. There is a little bit of hope. The A-League have come in and supported teams going through tough times before. I think they've done it with like Newcastle United and Perth Glory before, giving them funds. But the main issue is we need someone to own the team. There's just no ownership at the moment. They're searching. Everyone's hoping and praying. There's even this Instagram account that popped up on, would have been Saturday night, I believe it was, called Save Canberra United.
Yeah.
So go give them a follow and just try to support this cause in any way that you can. But that is all I had on this. Pretty much go try to support Canberra United any way you can. Merch on their stores I'm sure helps. But at the end of the day, it's a lot to do with higher powers, unfortunately. And until we can hopefully see that, I don't know. So
you got to make your voices heard, I suppose.
Yeah.
Even if the club does potentially close and we don't see it for a while, I think it's a big thing to just say thank you to the players and show support. And, maybe if something closes, maybe it'll come back if enough of Canberra reaches out.
Yeah, absolutely. But
that is all we have time for this week. Thank you for tuning into The Real Radio Show. Thanks also to our guest of the day, Toby Gibbons. Make sure to follow our socials at UCFM_87.8. We'll be back again next Tuesday. You can find past episodes of this show and all other UCFM shows on our website, ucfm.com.au, or listen to the podcast version wherever you get your podcasts. Bye.
bye.
Bye.